everybody. We're back in the saddle again. September 5th. My, oh my, how time flies. I think we're streaming in HD today, so if you haven't checked it out and checked out the video feed, check it out. Just go right to fireyourmdnow.com, click on the radio button. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. There we are tonight. September 5th. It's Thursday. It's got to be Thursday. You know what Thursday means. Thursday means we have live health webinars for Dr. Glidden insiders only. Sorry, this ain't for the general public. This is only for those wise enough to have purchased a subscription to my online health recovery service, the best $20 a month you will ever spend. If you're skeptical, you can cancel at any time. For goodness sake, give it a try. FireYourMDNow.com. Click on the online subscription service. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the front page. That's all you have to do. It's all right there in living color. Tonight's broadcast is about essential fatty acids. What the heck is an essential fatty acid anyway? Why do you need it? Where does it come from? And I'm going to delineate the difference between the different products that the Longevity Company has for essential fatty acid supplementation, the EFA, the EFA Plus, the Healthy EFA, the Prohoba Omega, Smart FX. If we have time, I might even talk about the CM cream and the CM capsules. So if you've ever, been confused or had your medical doctor not tell you what you needed to know about essential fatty acid supplementation, then you're not going to want to miss tonight's webinar. 8 p.m. Central Time for subscribers only. 8 p.m. Central Time for subscribers only. To get your own subscription, just go to the website, Fire Your MD Now. Click on the link and join the team, baby. Now listen, if you're already a Longevity member, if you're in the Longevity Company through somebody else's downline, if you're sponsored by somebody else who's not in my group, that's fine. We have the subscription available to any and all comers. You don't even have to be a Longevity member. You don't even have to know how to spell vitamin. There are no restrictions on who can become a subscriber. No restrictions on who can become a subscriber. So check it out. FireYourMDNow.com. The lines are popping. I don't know. There must be something in the air today. We're coming up on a new moon. Maybe that's it. We're just going to get right to it and go right to the phones today. Vicki from Indianapolis is calling with a question about a rotator cuff. Hey, Vicki, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. So glad you could take my call. I have a couple of questions, one for myself and one for my husband.
Okay.
I'm in menopause, and I am taking the Women's FX.
Is that a town in Indianapolis, menopause?
Yeah, I think so. The way I'm feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, but I am taking the Women's FX. I've been on it maybe about a month, not a full month. But I have a concern. Before menopause, once menopause got started, I kind of Googled some things, and I am a high-risk breast cancer person.
Why do you say that?
My mother, her sister, and their mother all had breast cancer. I lost my mom and my grandmother to it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but there's no gene that codes for breast cancer. You've been lied to. There is not a gene that codes for breast cancer. The BRCA gene, which, and they told Angelina Jolie she had, and that's why she got her breasts cut off prematurely, preventively, is not a gene. It's a broken chromosome. It's a damaged chromosome. It's a mutated gene. It's a gene gone bad. It's like if you have a house and you have dry rot, well, there's a difference between a 2x4 and a 2x4 that has dry rot. Well, when your body runs out of nutrition to support and promote its overall structure and health, then not only do your bones and your skin and your organs and your ligaments and your tendons get damaged, but your genetic material also gets damaged. Your genetic material also gets damaged. So it is our belief that the BRCA gene is not an inheritable disorder, that it's a chromosome that's become damaged by lack of nutrition. Now, once I have an extra $500,000 to throw at this, I'm going to embark upon a research project that's going to prove it. But listen, it's not. There is no gene that codes for breast cancer. And Dr. Wallach, the founder of Longevity, sued the Food and Drug Administration about 20 years ago in order to secure something called a qualified health claim. And in order to get a qualified health claim from the Food and Drug Administration, you have to deliver to their doorstep truckloads of published research which supports your position, and that's exactly what Dr. Wallach did. Cost him about $1 million, by the way.
Yeah.
We had Jonathan Emord a couple months ago talking about this. Now, the research, the qualified claim that Dr. Wallach was able to secure says that supplementation with the trace mineral selenium, supplementation with selenium at 200 micrograms a day, reduces the occurrence of breast cancer by 82%. 82%. Wow. So the single best thing you can do to guard yourself against the scourge of breast cancer is supplement with selenium every day. It's way better than trying to manipulate your hormones. It's way better than having your breasts hacked off preventively, like poor Angelina Jolie did. It's way, I mean, 82%, there's no other therapy that even comes close to delivering those type of results. 82%, that's a great number. So the recommendation for you would be, what's your current body weight right now?
I'm about 125.
All right, so I'd take 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium a month. That would be 9 a day. And it's best to take the selenium supplement and any other mineral supplement that Longevity has to offer between meals. Because if you eat a meal that has phytates in it, and you want to look that up online, P-H-Y-T-A-T-E, P-H-Y, T like Thomas, A, T like Thomas, E, phytate. Nuts, soy, beans, rice, spinach contain phytates, and phytates bind to minerals, and then you poop them out. So if you're swallowing a mineral supplement with rice and beans, or spinach, or a handful of nuts, or some almond butter, or whatever, you're not going to get nearly as much bang from the nutritional supplement as you could. And you know, because selenium is very important here, just to be safe, to kind of hedge your bet so that there's no trouble in the absorption factory. The recommendation would be to take the selenium supplementation between meals. So that's 3 capsules between breakfast and lunch, 3 between lunch and dinner, and 3 between dinner and bedtime. And you're good to go there as far as the breast cancer scourge goes. No kidding. You don't need to worry about your hormones.
Okay, great. Well, I guess what led me to this was Googling on that black cohosh, and I've seen that they've said that it's not advised for women that are at high risk for breast cancer. Well,
right, and that's because, you know, we're taking the advice from the wrong field of medicine. I mean, the MDs just, they're completely backwards about this, the same way that they're completely backwards about heartburn, the same way that they're completely backwards about everything. And the testament to this, you don't have to believe me to know how backwards they are about it. Just look at what happened to your family. Right. They were killed by breast cancer because the MDs are completely clueless about breast cancer. They're completely clueless. They're completely clueless. Now, look, if there was an epidemic in the United States of really bad, you know, hand leprosy, like there was hand leprosy, right? And it was a scourge, it was an epidemic, and 1 out of 10 people had leprosy on their hands, and oh my God, it's spreading like wildfire. Well, one solution would be to cut your hand off, right?
Right.
Well, that's what the MDs recommend for breast cancer.
Right.
Now, we've gotten a little bit of traction historically and from a purely statistical point of view with breast cancer, because most types of breast cancer are, if you get it before it spreads, are local to the breast tissue only. So if you cut the breast tissue off, well, guess what? Your chances of getting breast cancer virtually disappear. Not 100%, but they virtually disappear. But you know, that's an old-fashioned, outdated, archaic, quite frankly, barbaric treatment that we have become enculturated to get behind, because that's the only thing that the MDs have rolled out for us. And we think that the MDs are God, so whatever they do must be the latest and greatest. So we get in line to have our breasts hacked off, and it's nonsense. I mean, no kidding, it's nonsense. Now, a better product for you going through menopause would be chicken egg. I bet you didn't think I was going to say, yeah, how about that? I bet you didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
No.
Yeah, so check this out, Vicki. All of your sex hormones, all of your stress hormones, every freaking hormone in your body is made from cholesterol. Now, menopause is not a disease. Last time I looked, it's a time of life. Puberty is not a disease, right? It's a time of life, right? So as your body is transitioning into another normal phase of life, it would be important for your body to transition there if it has all the stuff it needs to keep itself healthy. And in this case, in order for your body to have healthy hormone levels, it needs cholesterol. And if you're not eating food that's high in cholesterol, or if you're taking a crazy cholesterol-lowering statin drug, your hormones are going to be all messed up. So the simple solution here is to go crazy for chicken, eggs, and butter and food that's high in cholesterol. Because the more cholesterol you give to your body, the better your hormones are going to be. And when we do that on top of selenium and the 90 essential nutrients, I got to tell you what, we're good to go. I mean, this is the solution. Now, there is a product that you can take for a month or two to help your body transition into the new phase of life, which in your case would be, the menopausal years, and that's the Woman's Hormone Balancer. It's the name of the product is the Women's Hormone Balancer. I think it's a Super Life product. It's not a Youngevity product. It's in Youngevity. It's in the Youngevity back office. But it's called Women's Hormone Balancer. Get one bottle of that a month. Check that out. And that's a better option for you. Now, listen, I talk too much, I think. Vicki, we're up against a hard break. Stick with me. I'll come back to you after the break and talk about your husband, okay?
Okay, so, great.
More eggs, baby, more eggs, and then top it off with some chicken skin. I'm Dr. Glidden. This is Fire Your MD Now. Stick around, folks. We're back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your friendly neighborhood naturopath, your steadfast advocate for health. Listen, the webinar tonight is going to be a good one because there's so much misinformation about essential fatty acids. I mean, I can't even start. I don't even know where to start. And if you're not able to log into the live event, maybe you've got something planned, something going on. It's 8 o'clock Central. That's 6 o'clock Pacific. That's 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Once you become a subscriber, an insider, a member of my online health recovery subscription service, as soon as the event is done, is finished, of course it's recorded, and then it's posted in the archives. So if you can't be there for the live event, it's going to be available in the archives, as well as about 105 hours now of other health topics. I mean, point and click your way to wisdom and health, ladies and gentlemen. FireYourMDNow.com. Become a subscriber. Oh, and by the way, the radio feed is, the video feed for the radio show is right there on the front page, so you don't even have to go anywhere special to find it. That's because my tech crew is awesome. We're talking to Vicki in Indianapolis, first about her hormonal issues and now about her husband. Does your husband think you have hormonal issues, Vicki? Anyway, that's what I want to know.
Yes, he did.
I knew it.
But it's getting better.
Well, listen, it's a woman's world. We just live in it, and, quite frankly, we're happy to. So there's no harm and no foul. So what can we do for the hubby?
Well, he has a torn rotator cuff.
Oh.
Yes, and he is presently, for about a month now maybe, that he's been doing the Healthy Start Pack with the bone pack. He is beginning to see some improvement in it. But it's still burning. He did occasionally gets some burning still in that arm.
Yeah. And
I think he's just kind of wondering, how if it's working, how long does it take, I guess, for it to get that possibly to heal up or? Well,
when they diagnosed it, did they do an MRI?
Yes.
And did they say it's a partial tear or did they say it's a complete tear?
Oh, wow. I think it's just a partial. I'm pretty certain of that.
So it's kind of like, when you're unwrapping a Christmas present, right? You've got the wrapping paper. Mm-hmm. And if you tear it halfway through, the sheet still has integrity. But if you tear it all the way through, now you've got two pieces of wrapping paper, right?
Right.
Well, your ligaments are like that. When they get damaged, they're either torn all the way through, and you've got two dangly ends now, or they're only torn a little bit, right?
Right.
If they're torn all the way through, There ain't no amount of nutrition in the entire universe that's going to fix that. That needs surgery to become fixed, and that this is one of the occasions that the MDs are good at. But if it's a partial tear, right, then nutrition will come to the rescue. And there are way too many variables to predict here as far as how long it's going to take. What difference does it make? Because it's going to fix itself. And once it fixes itself, it's stronger than it was before because now the body has all of the nutrients it needs. The most important thing into the bargain here to pay attention to is that within the first 4 weeks for something like this, for an acute condition like this, within the first 4 weeks that we see something positive happen in the area of trouble, right? So he's already experienced some improvement, right?
Right.
All right, so once there's some improvement, we just ride that horse. We just continue to stay on the therapy until it fixes itself, and God only knows how long it's going to take. It's impossible to predict, but I can tell you what he can do to speed it up. He can eliminate from his diet wheat, barley, rye, and oats, and the other 10 bad foods, especially wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Because wheat, barley, rye, and oats dramatically interfere with the absorption of the nutrients, right? So he may be taking the appropriate amount of stuff every day for his body weight, but if he's still eating that crap, he's only going to be absorbing 10, 20, 30, 40% of it. So it's working slower, right? So when he stops eating those foods, the nutrients that he does take work faster. And what he can do as an experiment, this should only take 3 days, triple the amount of calcium that he's now taking and triple the amount of glucosamine that he's taking. Well, you could double the amount of glucosamine. Double the amount of glucosamine that he's taking and triple the amount of calcium that he's taking for 3 days. See if that makes him feel better within 72 hours. And if he does feel better in 72 hours, just up the ante with the calcium and the glucogel because that's specifically what his body needs here. But I can't stress enough, man, gluten-free, gluten-free, gluten-free. Gluten-free. You're the best, Vicki. I appreciate your phone call. Thanks for everything that you do down there in Indianapolis. Stick around, folks. We're coming back, and we're going to talk to Monica in Charlotte, North Carolina, where the weather is finer when we come back. Stick around. Hey, everybody. So happy to be with you today. Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health. We're only able to be live in hour 1 today. Only live in hour 1 today, so I'm getting to as many phone calls as I can. We're going to go to Monica in Charlotte. Hey, Monica. Thanks for calling. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. I'm calling because, thank you for taking my call. I'm calling because I have a ruptured Achilles tendon. The doctors are recommending surgery and 12-week recovery. Do you have any other options?
Well, the Achilles tendon, of course, is the ligament that attaches your calf muscle to your heel, to your foot. Has it completely torn off and the calf muscle's now rolled up into your leg? Is it like that?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Okay, so you're so lucky. You need surgery. They're really good at this, and thank God for Novocaine, thank God for morphine, thank God for anesthetics, thank God for painkillers. No kidding. The MDs to the rescue here. Remember, this is not hate your MD. It's only use your MD for what they're good at. And what they're really good at is this. Now, I'm going to tell you a personal story. Well, it's not a personal story, but it's a story with my family. My nephew, this is, I don't know how long ago. This was a long time ago, 15 years ago, I'm thinking. My nephew had a landscaping business at the time and did the same thing, ruptured his Achilles tendon. It rolled all the way up into his leg. They had to, do surgery and reattach it, and life was good. They told him, I think it was going to take 3 months to recover or whatever. He talked to me, and I got him on board with a program that he started a little bit before he went into surgery, and then he just continued post-surgery. He recovered in half the time that they thought he was going to recover. And the surgeons couldn't believe it. I mean, they'd never seen anything like it. It was that remarkable. I mean, I still remember it 15 years later. Maybe it's because it's my family. I don't know, but I still remember it. And you know what? The doctor who did the surgery didn't have the cojones to call me and ask me what I did. You would think that he would have. I mean, I'm a licensed physician. He's a licensed physician. But he didn't care. He didn't call because, remember, it's not his job to care for people. It's his job to do as many freaking surgeries a day as he can, right? So, and honestly, when you go to a surgeon, you want to go to a surgeon who's done, 100,000 of them. I mean, you want to go to one who's done a lot because practice makes perfect. I mean, no kidding. So thank God for surgery, number one, and thank God for medical nutrition, number two, because it is going to dramatically decrease your recovery time. So here's what you have to do, okay? Here's what you have to do. Completely go gluten-free. You have to do this. You must eliminate wheat, barley, rye, and oats, period. No whining, no complaining. Just stop eating that crap. And if you want to know why, just go to YouTube and type in Dr. Peter Glidden against the grain. Boom, it pops right up. I did a little video that explains why wheat, barley, rye, and oats are so bad for you. So you got to stop eating that crap, number one. What's your current body weight, Monica?
162.
All right, so until you're out of the woods with this issue, every month, here's what I would do. 1 anti-aging healthy start pack. 1 anti-aging healthy start pack. 2 bottles of glucogel capsules at the 240 count. 2 bottles of glucogel capsules at the 240 count. 3 bottles of ultimate selenium. 3 bottles of ultimate selenium. And 2, this is the secret sauce now, 2 extra bottles of plant minerals, plant-derived minerals. 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals, or cherry mints, right? I got the cherry mints right here. 2 bottles of the plant-derived minerals or 2 bottles of the cherry mints. The cherry mints taste better, and that's the only difference between the two is the taste per month. Do that for 90 days. Or do it, throughout your recuperation time, and you are going to be amazed at the shortness of the time that it takes for you to recover from this. Now, there's also a homeopathic medicine that will help you. There's a homeopathic medicine that will help you. It's called Bellis perennis. Let me spell that for you. B like baby, E-L-L-I-S. B like baby, E-L-L-I-S. Second word, perennis. P like Peter, E-R-E-N-N-I-S. Bellis perennis. Get homeopathic Bellis perennis in the 200C or the 200 CK strength. Take 2 pellets twice a day, starting the day before surgery and for 7 days after. 2 pellets orally twice a day before surgery and then for 7 days after. And then stop it. And it's homeopathic Bellis perennis. You're going to have to look that up on the internet to find out where you can buy it because Longevity doesn't sell it. So check that out. Clean the diet up. Nutrify your body. Thank God for surgery in this case. I mean, this is where the MD comes to the rescue, finally. And you're going to love how you feel. Monica, I'm up against the clock today. I got to move on. I appreciate you and the call. Go get them, girl, and all the best. All the best for your recovery. You're welcome. All right, I guess we're staying down south. Ashley from Charlotte is up next. Hey, Ashley, thanks for calling. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. What's going on?
Okay, so I need a starter suggestion for severe Crohn's disease. I've become very knowledgeable of the longevity program, and I was recommended by someone who is also currently taking vitamins and supplements for actually diabetes. And I was diagnosed in 2008. Long story short, I've had abdominal surgery done, and I'm doing the Remicade treatment, which is an infusion every 8 weeks.
I'm familiar with it. Yep.
Yep. Still not seeing results, so I'm definitely taking alternative routes. And I just need, I plan on completely weaning off of the Remicade. So I need starter suggestions to aggressively help my condition.
So it's a definitive diagnosis of Crohn's?
Yeah, I've definitely severe Crohn's disease. It's pretty bad.
All right, so good thing that at least you know what it is, right? The cat's out of the bag, you know what it is, and now we know how to, it's a cat, and we can know how to hunt the cat and catch the cat. Sure. So that's a really good thing, right? So, and this isn't rocket science, right? So with any problem with the digestive tract. We must be very, very careful about the food that we put in the digestive tract, because 90% of the time the problem with the digestive tract doesn't come from your genes, it comes from your food. So you need to drop dead like your freaking life depends on it, because it does. You need to stop eating the 10 bad foods. You just need to do that immediately. And so, wheat, barley, rye, and oats, oil in a bottle, fried food, well-done red meat, meat with nitrates, additives, preservatives, carbonated drink with a meal, and the skins of baked potatoes, yams, and sweet potatoes. But most importantly for you, wheat, barley, rye, oats, and oil, and fried food. You can get that list for free at my website, fireyourmdnow.com. fireyourmdnow.com. Click on the newsletter button somewhere on the website. When you sign up for my free newsletter, you get directed to a page that has a document called Good Food, Bad Food on it. If you download that, it has the list of the 10 bad foods to avoid, number one. Number two, you need to give your digestive tract the raw materials that it needs to fix itself, right? I mean, if we're trying to grow a flower, it's pretty important to give it sunlight, water, and fertilizer. And the right amount of fertilizer, it's going to grow quicker and stronger and better. So it's the same with the human body. Your digestive tract knows how to fix itself. Your digestive tract wants to fix itself, but it lacks the raw materials to fix itself, because the raw materials that it needs to fix itself are not 100% in the food. And now, because it's a digestive issue, there's trouble digesting food. So it's kind of like a catch-22 for you, right? So we really have to be focused with science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition here in order to speed the process up. So this begs the question, Ashley, what's your current body weight?
I'm currently 135.
Okay, so here's what I would do every month for 3 months. And if we're on the right track here, every 2 to 3 weeks, there should be a noticeable, measurable, positive improvement. And that's how you know that anything is working. And, by the way, whomever you go to for advice about this or any other health condition, here's the very first question you need to ask them. Well, maybe it's the third question. The first question is this treatment going to cure me? And what side effects is it going to create? And how much money are you going to make from giving it to me? The fourth question to ask is, what's the time frame that I need to do this before I realize results? How long am I going to have to do this, Doc? Is it a week? Is it a month? Is it a year? How long am I going to have to take your stuff before I start to realize positive results from it? Well, with me, it's 90 days. Now, inside of 90 days, I expect, there's going to be noticeable improvement somewhere in your body, mind, every 2 to 3 weeks. And this is what we lean on here, is results, results, results. So here's what we're going to do every month for 3 months. The recommendation would be 1 anti-aging healthy start pack. 1 anti-aging healthy start pack. 2 bottles of Mackey Plus, M-A-Q-U-I Plus. 2 bottles of Mackey Plus. That's 1 anti-aging healthy start pack. 2 bottles of Mackey Plus. 3 bottles of selenium. 3 bottles of selenium, and 1 bottle of Ultimate Enzymes. 1 bottle of Ultimate Enzymes. That's 1 Ultimate Enzymes, 3 selenium, 2 Mackey Plus, and 1 anti-aging healthy start pack.
Okay.
Consume the contents of that stuff every day for 90 days. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. And I would keep a list of all of the things that are bothering you, right? Your stomach, your digestion, all the issues around that, constipation, gas, diarrhea, bloating, pain, whatever. And also everything else. Mood, energy, sleep, aches and pains, whatever. And once a week, check in with yourself and give each one of your symptoms a numerical grade. Because I got to tell you, in the holistic method, we're not treating Crohn's disease. We're not treating torn rotator cuffs. We're not treating ligaments and tendons or breast tissue. We're treating, in this case, Ashley from Charlotte. So we give to your body a whole bunch of stuff that it needs in appropriate dosages, in easy-to-absorb recipes. We get the heck out of the way and let the healing begin. And I'm telling you, Ashley, within 2 weeks, you should be experiencing some improvement somewhere. And once you get that, once you've latched onto that, it's just a matter of time until the rest of this stuff plays itself out as far as it's going to. Does that make sense?
That does. And I do have one question. Part of my Crohn's disease symptoms, I seem to suffer cystic acne. Is there anything in particular or special outside of what you just listed you recommend for that?
Yes, very good. And these are connected, so that makes you the smartest girl in class. Cystic acne most of the time is caused by a problem with the metabolism of blood sugar.
Okay.
Now, sugar is not the Antichrist. Sugar is your friend. It's the gasoline of the body. You couldn't blink an eyelash without it. But when your body is funky in its metabolism of sugar, when it doesn't do it efficiently, sugar builds up in the bloodstream for too long, and that feeds the bacteria that are in the skin. There's bacteria in the skin everywhere all the time. And so when you feed them, guess what? They breed. So the extra add-on for this would be two things. Sweeties, 1 bottle of Sweeties a month. Sweeties, 1 bottle of Sweeties. And there's a topical cleanser you can get called Pure Works Foam. Pure Works Foam. Put that on the skin that has the cystic acne twice a day. Pure Works Foam. We get it from the inside and the outside. You're going to love how you feel. Call me back in about 3 weeks with a report. Oh, man, love that music. Just love that music. Hey, listen, we're up against the clock today, right? And so if you called and you weren't able to get your call answered, or, if you're calling on the podcast, listening to the podcast, go to fireyourmdnow.com, please. Become a Dr. Glidden Insider. Sign up for the online subscription service. I've got hundreds of hours of answers to your questions. They're already there. All of the questions that people called up with today, the answers are already there. So check it out if you're a little frustrated by not being able to get through. And that's going to happen more and more because this show's popularity is going through the roof. And thanks to you, it's working. We're going to finish it out today with Ozia from St. Louis. I think I got that name right. Thanks for calling. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. I had a question on migraines, ulcers, arthritis. I had all my ligaments broken in my knees. So.
Wow. How old are you?
I am 23.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage for a 23-year-old body. What do you think caused all that?
Car accident.
Ouch.
Yep.
All right. So you're in the weeds, right, and your body needs help. Well, one of the things that we need to do to get on the other side of migraine headaches is to provide your hormones with the raw materials that they need to make something called a prostaglandin. If you don't have enough prostaglandins, which are a naturally occurring substance in the body, then one of the things is going to be migraine headaches because your blood vessels in your head don't constrict correctly, and that's a problem. So to support and promote healthy blood vessels in your head, the recommendation is Smart FX. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 121.
Okay, so I would do 2 bottles of Smart FX for 1 month, and then 1 bottle of Smart FX for 2 more months. I'd do 2 bottles of Smart FX the first month, and I would do 1 bottle of Smart FX every other month. And in addition to that, I would do. There's bone and ligament damage here. Did you tell me?
Yes, severe.
And you've got pain, I'm assuming, correct?
Extremely. I'm not even supposed to be walking, and I do.
Yeah, okay, so my heart goes out to you. So the recommendation for you for the first 90 days would be 1 healthy bone and joint pack. 1 healthy bone and joint pack. So in addition to the Smart FX, right, 1 healthy bone and joint pack, 2 bottles of liquid glucogel. 1 healthy bone and joint pack, 2 bottles of liquid glucogel, and 3 bottles of selenium. Now that's 1 healthy bone and joint pack, 2 bottles of liquid glucogel, and 3 bottles of selenium a month. And you have to stop eating the 10 bad foods because that stuff is like putting diesel fuel into an unleaded engine. The more that you do that, the crappier the car is going to run. You really do need to stop eating those foods. And I would bet you $100 just by stopping eating those foods. No, nothing else. No nutrition, nothing. No prayer, no yoga, no exercise. Just stop eating the 10 bad foods. and your pain and your negative symptoms would reduce probably by 20 to 30% within the first 7 days. That's how bad this stuff is. Stop eating these foods. Take these nutritional supplements. And call me back in about 3 weeks, because you're in the weeds here and you're in pain. And we want to be able to tweak this program in the next month if it's necessary, but I want to see how you're doing with what we're doing. Last but not least, there's a homeopathic medicine you can get at the health food store. Homeopathic. Go to the clerk at the health food store. Tell them you want some homeopathic Arnica montana. That's A-R-N like Nancy, I-C-A. Second word, Montana, just like the state. See if you can find it in the 200C or the 200CK strength. It's going to be a little tube, looks like a lipstick container, about the size of your pinky finger, and in that tube is going to be about 100 little white medicated pellets. It's going to cost about $8. Take 2 pellets 3 times a day for 7 days. 2 pellets 3 times a day for 7 days orally. Homeopathic Arnica montana. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for calling. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time. Sorry I can only do 1 hour today. I'm back in the saddle full-time for the full 2 hours tomorrow. Tonight's webinar, Essential Fatty Acids, everything you needed to know for insiders only. Check it out, fireyourmdnow.com. Dr. Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for logging in, tuning in, and turning on. I'll see you all around campus. Dr. Glidden, over and out.